There's a lot of mystique around film directors. Everyone puts them on a pedestal because they're so mysterious. They're the creative visionaries, masterminds behind these artistic pieces of film. But besides coming up with a great creative vision, a great idea, and having an amazing script and cast and crew, what can you actually do to be a better director? Here are 5 tips that you can use to be a better, more effective film director. These tips have nothing to do with creative vision or ideas or anything. These are actionable things that you can do to set yourself up for success. Pre-production is like eating your veggies. It's not the most fun thing to do, but it's good for you. It's where you sort all your ideas and communicate your vision to the department heads. It's where you figure out casting, locations, and all the logistics of the shoot. It's where you sit down and figure out what the heck you even want to do. Pre-production is just planning for the shoot. And the more planning you do, the easier it will be to translate that into a live production setting. Production is expensive and stressful. Pre-production can be chill and relatively cheap. If you've ever directed anything, whether that's a short film, a sketch, or something simple, you know that nothing ever goes 100% according to plan. Pre-production doesn't save your plan, but you can mitigate your expensive mistakes on set with a little bit of cheap forethought in pre-production. Film is a collaborative medium. Even the most celebrated film directors with the most clear creative vision allow some room for collaboration. That's why so many directors like Scorsese or the Coen brothers bring on similar cast and crew for every movie they make. Those directors have forged close collaborative relationships with their cast and crew, and they know that it makes their films better. A common joke in film circles is that the most inexperienced people on set are the production assistants and the director. Trust your cast and crew. They're there to help you, and they're probably more experienced than you too. A lot of times in pre-production, on set, new ideas from your crew will pop up. It's ultimately up to you if you want to follow their ideas or follow your original vision. But I think opening yourself up to collaboration with your cast and crew can oftentimes make your film even better. The director's gonna get the credit in the end anyways. Ultimately, nothing gets past the director without their approval. You're the one with the creative vision. You're the one who decides where the actors go and where the cameras go. You're the one who gets to decide if we do another take or we move on. You're the one who decides everything in the end. Are you indecisive as a director? That is a big no. I'll make it simple though. A director need only say 3 things on set. Yes, no, and I don't know. What do you think? Saying, I don't know, what do you think, is not being indecisive. It opens up collaboration with your cast and crew. They can give you your idea, and after that, you say yes or no to that idea. Being decisive will help you save time on set, bring confidence to your cast and crew, and ultimately make your film better. I'm a big advocate of risk-taking. You have to be open to making mistakes. Sometimes a risky choice is the right choice, sometimes it's not. Make the decision and go for it. This is an attitude tip. You need to puff your chest out and walk on set with the confidence to inspire and lead your crew to the finish line. If you have no idea what you're doing, you need to hide that fact that you have no idea what you're doing as much as possible. Your cast and crew feed off of your energy. If you are nervous or unsure of yourself, it brings everyone else down. At least pretend that you have an idea of what you're doing. Or better yet, have an idea of what you're doing. It'll make the whole experience better for everybody, and your film will look and feel better because of it. Don't be the buzzkill to your own party. A director wears a lot of hats, and there's a lot of interplay between the department heads and the director. But only the director really works with the actors on performance. Actors are the lifeblood, the energy of your film. And it is absolutely your most important job to get acquainted with how they work, the language they use, and how to get the best performance out of them. And let me say, working with actors is difficult. Not because actors are difficult, but because the language they use, the way you work with them, the way you communicate your vision to their performance is completely different from every other department head. It's a skill you really should study on. If you want to learn more about how to work with actors and the language they use and what it's like to be an actor, take an acting class. Nothing will teach you more about acting than stepping into their shoes and learning how it feels. And learning how to communicate what you want with those actors really will set you apart from other directors. Here are a couple of don'ts that I've kind of accumulated over the years about how not to work with an actor. Don't direct with emotions. Everyone's done this. They say, be more desperate, or be happier, be sadder. But that feedback is not an actionable thing that the actor can work off of. It's too vague. Instead, use more action-oriented verbs as feedback. Instead of be more desperate, you can say something more actionable like beg this person to stay. Don't give them 50 things to improve on the next take. Shut the up. Say less and give feedback piece by piece. Don't give feedback loudly in front of everybody else. If you want to give feedback, bring the actor aside and have a quick private conversation just between you two. Don't give line readings. Do not tell your actor how to say a line by reading it out to them. Don't do it. That is the #1 taboo thing to ever do to an actor. Just never do it. So those are 5 actionable tips that you can use to become a better director. The tips all kind of feed into each other, and they're actionable things that you can work on any project. Ultimately, what people will judge you for is the quality of your final film. But I don't like to focus on results. I like to focus on process. Results will come if you can work on the process. And the process is the fun part. And directing is a lifelong craft that you can hone little by little every year. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.